experiment called life is the best.
I'm such a bad singer.
I like Spanish dip.
No porn after 9?
Tell your friends if you had fun. I'll still have laser guns for sale.
Well, I don't know. Susan's son has one of these, and they work just fine.
Whenever I see you, nobody believes me.
Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of an experiment called Life. My name is Alex McKenzie and I'm your host. What's going on out there? So, for those of you that don't know me, I'm a stand-up comedian. My little story is basically that I quit my six-figure job. I sold my house and everything I own to buy an RV for my dog Finley and I to tour around the country doing stand-up comedy. I chose the name An Experiment Called Life because I think life's an experiment and the solution that I'm looking for is my happiness. So yeah, and if you guys want to learn any more about me, you can go to like anexperimentcalledlife.com or check out alexmckenziecomedian.com, anything like that, and that'll get you to my stuff there. All right, now we're going to move forward. It's been a while. I haven't been podcasting lately, but now I'm getting back into it. I'm digging it. I've been having a lot of fun getting back to focusing on comedy. For those of you that have been following along, you'll notice all of my social media has changed from An Experiment Called Life to Alex Tells Jokes. The reason for that was I realized I'm in the service industry. Like, I'm here to provide laughter, and I need to put funny first. At the beginning, when I first quit my job and started doing everything, it was like I was being more of a motivational speaker. Like, I thought I was like Tony Robbins or something, you know? I'm like, I want to inspire people to follow their hearts. And I mean, I still want to do that, but I realize maybe bring that stuff up once you've reached some certain level of success, you know? Like, all I did was quit my job. I hadn't done anything yet. So really, it was, I think I need to focus first on comedy, at least 80% comedy, 20% whatever else you want to do, send a message or do that type of thing. But I've switched over to that. And a big reason for that too is I started having a lot of success on TikTok. So I started doing the TikToks. And when I created TikTok, I told myself all I was going to do is focus on jokes. I'm like, I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to do just setup, punchline, write these jokes, put them out. And it was also a great way because I got on TikTok when the pandemic happened. So there was no other outlet to put my jokes on or platform. I mean, there was, but TikTok just seemed like the best one. I really like the anonymity of it. That like, I'm like, okay, I can say whatever jokes I want out here. And I'm not posting it on a page where it's like only my friends that know me very well and stuff, and they're just gonna make fun of me. And so I was just firing these jokes on TikTok, and it started to work. And then it really started to work, and people started to like it and share it. And probably within 2 weeks of starting TikTok, I had my first, I don't know if you'd call it a viral video, but it got about 250,000 views. And so I was like, okay, there's something here. Like, this is pretty cool. It's working. And you kind of reward whatever your environment is rewarding is what you're going to do, right? So I was like, okay, I'm going to continue to do this. I kept doing the jokes, and then they kept working, and it started growing and growing. I think my most viewed video now has 4.1 million views, which is crazy considering, like, I've been running a YouTube channel for a year and a half now, and my most views on a YouTube channel video on a YouTube channel video. You know what that is? The most views on a video on my YouTube channel is like 1,800, and I paid to promote that video. So anything, the most views that I didn't pay is probably 100. So the reach from TikTok is just so much higher. So I've been putting a lot more effort into that, and that's what made me think, let's switch over to the comedy thing. Let's start really focusing on comedy, making that the main focus of what we're doing, and hoping everything else will fall in line. And yeah, I'm actually pretty excited. Last night, we just got 1 million likes. So now we've got 1 million likes on TikTok. So thank you to all of my followers on TikTok and all the people who are out there liking my stuff. I really appreciate it. Yeah, not everyone likes it. What we're going to get to later in the show is a nice little segment we're going to do where I'm going to let you guys know the 3 meanest TikToks I get every week. So I'm going to try to do this podcast every Thursday morning. And then I'm going to record what the 3 meanest podcasts or 3 meanest comments are each week. I'll tell you the joke that I said, and then I'll tell you the comments, ranking them from 3 to 2 to 1. So I've got those loaded up here on my laptop. Another thing I want to do now with my TikTok is I started doing I started going live. I've been doing live TikToks, and I've started receiving donations. Now, I want to give away any money I make from TikTok live. I'm going to donate to someone in need. So I have this dream. Like yesterday, I made $10 in the morning. So yesterday afternoon, I went and I donated $10 and I made a little video of it. And what my dream is that what we'll start doing is we'll compile all of the donations every week. Like we're starting small, $10, not a lot. But right now we're actually at $30 for the week from last night. We had some very generous donations. So thank you guys for that. What I want to do is I want to compile all the money I get every week. And then on the weekend, what we'll do, maybe Friday or Saturday, we'll decide, hey, where do we want this money to go? I'll do a live and we'll all vote whether it's going to like a charity organization, a shelter, some type of program, or just helping someone in need off the streets. And my dream is eventually we get to the point where, you know, we're getting big money, like $1,000 or $5,000, and we can buy somebody a car. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to film it all. I will put it out on TikTok. I'm also going to then, I'll post it on YouTube, on my YouTube channel. And then hopefully we can attract more people, get more donations, and start really getting the ball rolling and really start helping out and changing some people's lives. I think that would be so cool, man. It would be great. And what I do is I tell jokes. So basically what I do is I go live. Anytime I receive a donation, I will then tell you guys jokes, and then it's coming in. And so jokes, I think, are going to fuel this whole thing. I think it's going to be amazing. And then my jokes are literally changing people's lives, and it would make me feel really good. But I can't do it without you guys. You guys are just as big, if not a bigger part of this than I am. So it will be all of us coming together to help people. So that's a dream I have. The hardest thing I think is how do we get that out there? How to get people to know. So that's why I'm doing this podcast. I did a TikTok about it yesterday, trying to raise some awareness. And I will post I'll post my balance and everything. I'll screenshot all the donations so you guys can see that I'm not pocketing this money and taking anything for myself. And yeah, I think it would be really cool. So anyway, that's a dream of mine. Now let's get to some fun stuff. I'll tell you guys a little bit about what I've been doing. There's been so much that's happened since my last podcast and since I've been doing this. I was in Australia, so I had to come back from Australia because of COVID. I fell in love with a beautiful girl over there. We ended up breaking up a couple weeks ago. That was really sad. I went on a bender again. I was drinking and partying, and now I've repledged to my sobriety. So I'm restarting my sobriety. I'm on day 11 right now, I think. Day 10? No, I'm on day 11, I believe. So this will be the 11th day. What else going on? I've read some good audiobooks that really helped me out. So I don't know where to start. I think we'll have to break this up into multiple episodes. But I think what we'll do right now is I'll tell you guys a little bit about this great book that really helped me out. Oh, I've lost a bunch of weight. I lost 60 pounds since the lockdown, so I've been doing great there. And we're actually live on TikTok as well. Thank you guys. I see you guys have got some donations, J-Star and other people. I will get to you guys. Oh, thank you guys so much for all of this. I love all of you. Anyway, back to the podcast. Yeah, we're doing this. I will be live streaming on TikTok every time I'm doing the podcast, so we'll be able to do it that way as well. Something I think that's really benefited my life, that's helped me a lot, is this book called Atomic Habits. So it's by a guy named James Clear. I first heard him on Sam Harris's podcast. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Sam, but it was so good that I ended up buying Sam Harris's premium to hear the rest of the podcast. What Sam Harris does is he does his podcast, and then what he ends up doing is he only gives you a clip of it. He'll give you like 30 minutes to an hour, and then when it runs out, then if you want to hear the rest of the podcast, you have to subscribe to his premium. And this was so good. I've been listening to Sam for years, and this one stood out so much that I was finally like, I'm doing it. And I signed up, and I got his premium. Boy, now, what his whole theory is, James Clear, is that really small changes can make a really drastic change down the road in your life. And I really believe in it, and I started implementing it already in my life, and it seems to be helping a lot. Like, that's what I do. Like, and the success I've had on TikTok, I credit to basically his Atomic Habits approach, where it's like small daily habits lead to big results years down the road. So basically he talks about like, he's got one client who lost 100 pounds. Now, when they lost 100 pounds, he said what they did to start was they weren't allowed to go to the gym for longer than 5 minutes a day. So they would drive all the way to the gym, get changed, get on the elliptical or treadmill or whatever, work out for 5 minutes, and then pack up and leave. And they did that for 6 weeks. Now, you might be thinking like, hey man, you're never going to lose 100 pounds going to the gym 5 minutes a day. But what his theory is that you have to develop a habit before you try and improve upon it. And I 100% agree with him. I think he nailed it. And you have to fall in love with the habit before making it difficult, he says. So I took that approach to my writing now. So I never really wrote. I only ever wrote when I was on stage or like was kind of talking to my buddies and I'd get a laugh. I'm like, okay, there's something there, and I'd kind of work it out. Now I do writing. Every morning I wake up, first thing I do is I write. I write for 30 minutes, just journaling basically my previous day or my thoughts. I started with 5. I was like, just write for 5 minutes, man, and just do it. And you set it down, and you realize you can do almost anything for 5 minutes. And then you just do it, and it's like, okay, done, finished. But now I'm up to 30 minutes of the journaling every morning. And that's helping me flush out a lot of ideas for comedy. As well as I'm trying to write 3 to 5 silly jokes a day. So I write 3 to 5 dumb jokes a day, and I purposely call them dumb jokes because I think when you're doing the creative process, when you're trying to write and that, I'll get too focused on wanting a perfect joke or wanting it to be really good, and then I end up writing nothing. So I'm just like, hey, these are dumb jokes. No one's even going to see these. Just write them down. So then I'll write them down, and once I do that, I find it allows me to have like more output. So I think if you have like 3 to 5 jokes a day, that works out to like, 90 to like 150 jokes a month. So if you wrote 150 jokes, say 10% of them are good, that's 15 good jokes. Say a joke is 15 seconds, 15 times 15, that's like 4 minutes of material. Add laughs, call it 5 minutes. So it's a new 5 minutes every month. Do that over a year, that's a new hour every year. And then you just keep putting it out. So I think that's kind of the move there. And it was just doing small little steps every day. Same with meditation. I've been back meditating again every day after my writing. He says, start with 1 minute. If you want to start a meditation routine, meditate for 1 minute every day. And it's really simple to do, like for a minute. Just sit there 1 minute, close your eyes, breathe it in, breathe it out, and do that for quite a while. Like, don't try and ramp it up too quick. So it's like stay at the minute mark for, I don't know, like a month or something, and then go up to 5 minutes, and then go from there. And then once you've got the habit, then you can start improving on it. So yeah, I don't know. I really think that James Clear, Atomic Habits, I think the guy's onto some stuff, man. Because he kind of mentions too, he calls it like, he's got a really good story about the Great Britain bicycling team. Because they were kind of the guys who developed this theory. They were like the worst biking team going. And it was, they were so bad that even other bike manufacturers wouldn't sell them a bike because they were embarrassed. They were like, it would hurt our sales if people knew these guys were riding our bikes. So they refused to sell it to them. And anyway, what ended up happening is they brought in some people who made what they did, like 1% changes in a bunch of different areas that eventually lead to big changes. And then Great Britain started doing that, and it ended up, they've gone on the biggest bicycle champion run ever. They've just been crushing everything. They set a bunch of world records and Tour de France victories and all kinds of cool stuff. So it's pretty interesting. But we can move on from Jamesy there. But yeah, I really think that's a good book. You guys should check it out if you're interested in that kind of stuff. If not, I don't know, I wouldn't worry about it too much. All right, I don't know. I think we'll probably just keep this podcast pretty short today. I'll let you guys go here. I'm gonna do now the 3 meanest comments that we got. Well, how long has it been? I can't see. I should have thought about this. All right, it's already been 16 minutes. That's probably fair. I mean, I don't want to take up too much everyone's day with these podcasts. We're going to keep them short, like we said, Atomic Habits. So we're going to start the first podcast short and sweet, and we're going to be doing this every Thursday, and then hopefully it'll grow and grow and grow. And if you guys are ready, we'll do the 3 meanest comments I got on TikTok this week. This is fun. So that's something I've learned is people hate me. It's pretty crazy. All right. So I'm going to tell you guys the joke that I said, and then I will tell you the comment that came back. And we'll start with number 3. So this week, welcome to this week's Mean Comments. I don't have a name for this segment yet. We'll come up with something clever, but it's going to be good. All right, so this week it is September 17th here, 2020, an experiment called Life, episode number 13. Now, the meanest comments we've got on TikTok this week, top 3 right here for you. We'll let you know one that didn't make the cut was, this was just outside, and it was, you are the problem with this world. So someone thinks that I am everything that's wrong with the world, but that didn't even make our top 3. That one, that's just like a graze shot, just hit a shoulder and nicked, you know, didn't even come that deep here. So these get pretty good. All right, so here's the joke that I told that invoked these comments. Ready? All right. So the joke I told was, I said, I think social distancing is stupid. I mean, this virus came all the way from China. You don't think it'll go an extra 6 feet? Now, that was the joke. Now you guys are ready for the comments. So coming in at number 3, I wish I could do a drum roll. I guess I can, right? Oh, baby. It is from user named Cha, C-H-A-A with about 5 underscores. And their comment is, I hope you don't reproduce. So that comes in at number 3. That actually has 2 likes. I'm assuming that's probably a couple of my ex-girlfriends that agree with him. It's definitely not my mom. My mom really wants me to reproduce. She is all over that. All right. Now we are moving forward. We are now on to number 2. This is the second meanest comment we got this week on TikTok for a joke. All right, this is coming from Kieran Barnes 5. Now, what Kieran said, he goes, somebody arrest this guy, or better yet, shoot this guy. Whoa! So Kieran Barnes 5 is hoping that I get shot and killed over a joke that I made, which is pretty crazy. Like, imagine if I got murdered over a joke I made. That would probably get people to check out my page, right? They'd come over, check out an experiment called Life, see what I was up to. So, Kieran, I hope you're doing all right out there. Just make sure you stay safe, and don't forget to brush and floss, because gingivitis is the leading cause of tooth decay in North America. All right, you guys. And that was number 2. That didn't even come in at number 1. So here we go. You guys ready? This is the number 1 meanest comment I received on TikTok this week. All right, here it is. Oh, baby. It's coming from El Chapo Dave. What a name to start, right? Are you El Chapo or are you Dave? No, I'm a Dave version of El Chapo. It's like El Chapo, but just like dumbed down a little bit, more domesticated. Oh, man. All right. So he said, go to the Dollarama behind you, buy bleach, then drink it, please. Then, but you're not funny. Oh, no. That one was really hurt because he said, you're not funny. That's the whole thing I'm trying to be. So he wants me to drink bleach and die, and I'm not funny. At least the other guy, Kieran Barnes here, he just wants to shoot me. He's probably still, he's a funny guy, but we should kill him. That's better than this guy wants me to die and I'm not funny. That hurt, El Chapo Dave. So thanks a lot. But, I'm sure you're just going through some stuff out there, and I'm not too worried about it. I'm sure you're a great guy, and I would never hope that your pants get caught in an escalator or anything like that. So you just keep doing you and have a good day. All right, you guys, that was the first ever segment of the top 3 meanest comments I got on TikTok this week. So thank you guys so much for listening to that. We're going to wrap this podcast up now. What can I tell you guys now? This microphone doesn't work. I don't know why I'm holding it. All right, so this week I'm performing. I've got a show Friday, which is tomorrow night, September 18th at the Grand Trunk in Prince George, BC. I'm hosting that show. And then after that, I am getting out of Prince George. I'm heading back to Vancouver, where I'm probably going to be for most of the winter, buckled down doing shows. So, if you guys are in Prince George, come on out this weekend. Grand Trunk, you can find the event on Facebook, I believe. I'm going to share the link later on my Facebook page. You can go to, want to give me a follow on anything, you can go to An Experiment Called Life. That's my vlog. I would love if you guys went on there, and you can follow my whole journey from when I quit my job to right now until, quitting my job, selling my house, going to Australia, coming back here, all of the stuff. That is all on there. My TikTok and Instagram are Alex Tells Jokes. So do that. And if we can share the thing that I'm trying to do with the donations to help people out, that would be great. I'd really appreciate it. So you guys, I love all of you. Take care of each other out there, and then have a good day.